Welcome back to our special episode of Vintage Hollywood. We just had Lucille Ball a little while ago, and now we're ready for our next guest. He was a little quiet back in the day, but it's not because he was shy. He was from the silent era. His movies did all of his talking. You may remember him as a quirky character known as a tramp. To the man that needs no intro, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the one, the only, Charlie Chaplin! Oh, Charlie, it is an honor to meet you. All right. Still not much of a talker, huh? Well, maybe you can act out your answers for us. So, how do you like the 21st century? We are living in crazy times right now. Sorry you had to come and witness that. But is there anything specifically that you do like about the 21st century? What is that? You like the iPhone. Well, sure. Everyone likes the iPhone or smartphone. It's the best way to communicate. What specifically do you like about the iPhone? Pictures. You like to take pictures. Charlie, you gotta have some self-control, buddy.
It's hard to have self-control when you come from a time where it took 5 minutes to take a single picture.
He speaks! Ladies and gentlemen, Charlie Chaplin speaks!
Oh, it was hard not to break character. You know, the way they make television shows, it's so different now.
Yeah, I know you were mainly into doing films in your time. Did you ever get a television show or a television deal of some sort?
Oh, no. Look, I never wanted to do television. I'll be honest, when television first came out, I thought it was going to be short-lived. I thought it was just a fad due to the popularity of films.
So you're saying that I'm a schmuck for having my television show, huh?
No, of course not, old boy. Television has its mark in the world already. Truth be told, people thought I was crazy doing pictures back then. The safest thing for me to do was vaudeville, which is where most early cinema and television actors began. In fact, let me show you some of my favorite places where I was on top.
Let us see. Wow. Wow, that was great. Thanks for sharing all your locations with us. So much has changed since the early 21st century, huh?
Yes, well, you know what they say, the more things change, the more they stay the same and
Yeah.
all that.
Too true, too true. So, Charlie, I mean, this is not the first time you've spoken on, on film before, or television, I suppose. You once had a great performance in the film The Great Dictator, which, you produced, you directed, you starred in. What can you tell us about that?
Oh, I was a busy bee at that time.
Yeah, I mean, sure you were. I mean, do you think you could tell us like what it was working on the film that satirized Nazism when it was the most prominent?
Look, it was a thrill, if I'm being completely honest. Imagine, if you will, living in a world where an angry little man is building an army that will spread hate and destruction, wherever it goes. How can you not poke fun at that?
So you had plenty of material to work with.
Too much, quite frankly. I wrote that film when Nazism was at its strongest, when Hitler was treating the world like his rubbish and his soldiers like cattle. It was a time where smiles were very rare. And as a comedian, I felt it was my duty to fix that.
I mean, but that film didn't just bring smiles to people's faces. It also spread a message of unity, didn't it?
I certainly hope it did. I wanted to remind the audience that it didn't matter what you ate for breakfast, how you spell color, or what part of the globe you live in. What matters is that we're all humans, not soulless machines, and only together can humanity advance to greatness.
Definitely.
We must remember that we cannot move forward by butting heads, but only by supporting each other.
Definitely. I mean, it's definitely a timeless message. I mean, it's a good thing that you're back because some would say we're living in a time like that right now. I mean, feel like the world has forgotten that message.
Yes. Look, I've seen that the world has been set ablaze by recent political events.
What do you say? You have any words of advice for these crazy times for us?
Yes, I want to wish the comedians of this era good luck. As they will be faced with not just keeping the human spirit strong through comedy, but also tasked with using satire to criticize any atrocities that may be committed.
I mean, there definitely has been satire made by comedians about our current, political landscape, but I don't think they're taken seriously. I mean, do you have any advice on how they can push their message?
Persistence. Persistence is the name of the game. I mean, even if we only make one person laugh a day, give us a year, and that's 365 smiles.
Oh, wow, that's amazing, Charlie. Well, that's the time we have for today. We're going to go on to our next commercial break. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned.